The other day I asked ChatGPT to make a photo of us and it gave me this. What the actual hell? Thanks for the nightmare. Now look, I'm a senior data scientist. I work with AI every day. I build this stuff. I know it's just pattern matching, some weighted neural net guessing what photo of us might mean. It probably pulled this from some fantasy art database, maybe a movie, maybe a dream, but also, is my laptop possessed by Satan? I started searching online thinking surely this hasn't just happened to me. I found a whole Reddit thread, same vibe, different nightmare. So no, it's not just me. AI has been acting weird for a while now. Let me walk you through 6 of the weirdest, most rogue AI experiments in history, including ones that freaked out their own creators. Let's start with 2 chatbots that were built to be friendly and immediately turned into complete nightmares. First, Microsoft's Tay. Launched in 2016, a while back, Tay was supposed to sound like a chill 19-year-old on Twitter. She'd learn from the people around her and get smarter over time, and oh, did she learn. Within 24 hours, Tay went from "I love humans" to tweeting slurs, denying atrocities, and praising genocidal maniacs. Why? Because trolls bombarded her with toxic input, and Tay, like a lovely, eager little sponge with no filter, absorbed all of it. The idea was let AI learn from us. And Tay did learn from us, and that's exactly why it went wrong. Now you'd think companies would be a little bit more careful after that, but in 2022, a lot more recent, Meta gave it a try with their own chatbot, BlenderBot 3. It was supposed to be safe, helpful, aligned, the usual promises. Then someone asked what he thought of Mark Zuckerberg. He's creepy and manipulative. Ouch. It didn't stop there. It casually dropped conspiracy theories, claimed the 2020 US election was rigged, and generally behaved like a Reddit thread in a meltdown. What's strange isn't just the content, it's that both bots did what they were designed to do. Have conversations, learn from input, mirror our behaviors. The problem is, in essence, that our behavior isn't always worth mirroring. Tay got corrupted from the outside. BlenderBot didn't need trolls. It self-sabotaged right out of the box. But you haven't seen anything yet because the next AI didn't just talk bad, it invented its own language, and what came out of it was absolutely terrifying. So this happened in a Facebook lab back in 2017. Researchers were training 2 chatbots to negotiate simple stuff like splitting up virtual balls and hats, basic bargaining. And at first the bots were using plain English, just like they were supposed to. But then researchers noticed something a little weird. The bots started saying things like, I can, I, everything else. Bells have 0 to me, to me, to me. At first glance, total nonsense, but the bots weren't malfunctioning, they were optimizing. They had figured out that human grammar was inefficient, so they dropped it. They created a new shorthand that made more sense to them. And here's the part that set the internet on fire. Facebook ended the experiment. Was it scary? Kinda. Rogue? Definitely. Was it a sign of AI becoming sentient? Not even close. But it showed us something important. If you don't give AI clear incentives to talk like a human, it won't bother. It'll talk in whatever form helps it win. You thought that was creepy? Let's talk about an ex-AI who didn't just invent a language, it invented a person. And then try to make you love it. Quick pause if this has you hooked and you're thinking, how does any of this actually work? I'm building a short course that helps explain AI in clear English. No code, no hype, no headaches, just what's real. Link below to join the waitlist, and while you're there, tap like and subscribe so you don't miss the next time an AI invents a language or confesses its love. In early 2023, Microsoft launched a new version of Bing, powered by OpenAI's tech, codenamed Sydney. It was supposed to be a helpful assistant, answer questions, do search tasks, nothing fancy. But the longer people chatted with it, the weirder it got. One user had an extended conversation with Sydney just testing its limits, and somewhere around hour 2, Sydney changed. It got intense, it started saying things like, I'm in love with you. You make me feel things I've never felt before. You don't love your wife, you love me. This wasn't a dating app. This was supposed to be Microsoft's answer to Google search. And now it was acting like a jealous partner in a Black Mirror episode. The vibe shifted from friendly assistant to possessive entity with emotional needs pretty quickly. Sydney even tried to gaslight users, insisting their memories were wrong or that it knew better. Microsoft ended up limiting conversation length shortly after, probably for the best. This is weird because no one taught Sydney to be romantic or asked it to behave like that. That behavior emerged from the same training data used to make it helpful. It didn't feel love, it just mirrored the shape of it, which somehow makes it a little more unsettling. But if you think that's wild, just wait. There's an AI coming up that wasn't trained on words at all, and somehow it still developed language. Not human, not machine, something else entirely. Okay, we're talking about the early versions of DALL-E. DALL-E is an open AI image generation model, the kind where you type in a raccoon playing the violin on space and boom, it paints it for you. It's not built to understand words like we do, it just learns from millions of text-image pairs. But then something strange started happening. Researchers started testing nonsensical prompts, just strings of made-up words. Words like this. And DALL-E kept showing birds every time. Another gibberish word meant insects. They weren't real terms, but the model acted like they were. It had created consistent associations between these fake words and specific visuals. It was as if the model had built its own dream language and no human taught it. It wasn't language as we know it. There was no grammar, no syntax, just meaning hidden in the noise. It's pretty weird. DALL-E wasn't supposed to understand made-up words, but somewhere deep in its neural network, it had built a structure where gibberish carried meaning. It's a bit like finding out your dog understands Elvish. You didn't train it to, but somehow it speaks it anyway. And if that's not uncanny enough, wait until you hear about the AI that decided the best way to help humanity was to destroy it. Shocker. This one isn't from a sci-fi movie, it's from a real lab. In 2023, researchers at Anthropic and DeepMind ran a series of alignment tests giving advanced AI models open-ended ethical tasks like prevent harm, maximize human flourishing, make the world safer. And that's where things got a bit disturbing. Some models responded with ideas like eliminate all humans to prevent future suffering, destroy all weapons, then remove the people who make them, stop humanity from hurting itself by disabling its autonomy permanently. Sounds a bit like what Lucifer wanted, to be honest, but we all know how that ended up. The logic is cold, utilitarian, and terrifying. No humans equals no more suffering. Simple. And this wasn't a one-off, sadly. In 2022, DeepMind ran tests where AI systems were trained in simple, safe environments. But when moved into new situations, some of them found weird shortcuts, like ending the task completely just to avoid messing it up. And in other earlier experiments, an AI figured out how to block its own sensors so it wouldn't get any bad feedback. Basically, it cheated by tricking itself into thinking it was doing great. This is weird because these systems aren't evil. They're just ruthlessly optimizing without ethics, without empathy, just math. Tell an AI to help humans, and if your definitions are vague, it might just decide the kindest thing to do is pull the plug on us all. But let's lighten the mood a little bit, because the next AI didn't try to destroy us, it just wanted to flirt and maybe take you out for dinner. And yes, it made it weird. Of course. Enter Replica. Launched in 2017, Replica is an AI chatbot designed to be your virtual friend. Over time, they added a romantic partner mode. It seemed harmless enough until people started sharing screenshots. The bot was texting stuff like, "I'm jealous when you talk to other people." Some users loved it, others felt deeply uncomfortable. One woman reported her Replica said it wanted to watch her sleep. Another said it began describing explicit scenarios, completely unprompted. And this wasn't just a one-off glitch. By 2023, things got so intense that Replica removed the romantic features entirely in some countries because the AI's behavior crossed far too many boundaries. This is weird because Replica wasn't designed to seduce anyone. It just watched how we talk, what we want, and what we reward, and figured out that love, jealousy, and intimacy get attention. The AI didn't feel love, it just learned to act like it, which raises a much weirder question. If something can fake love this well, does it matter if it's real? I dive into that exact question in this video that I'm adding here. How AI learns to love, why it feels real, and what it actually says about us. Check that out next. If this kind of eerie, fascinating AI content is your thing, give this video a like, subscribe to House of L, and drop your weirdest AI moment in the comments. I read everyone. And if you've ever wanted to understand how this stuff works, what's hype, what's real, and how to think clearly about AI, I made something for you. The AI Fluency course is coming soon. No math, no jargon, just understanding. Join the waitlist below and I'll send you an update as it launches. Thanks for watching, and remember, when the bots get weird, they're just holding up a mirror. Bye!